Hi, I'm Dom Hind, and fuck, I'm nearly 50. Actually, I'm 48 now, and I am counting. Over the years, I've spent a lot of time trying to become the best version of myself. You know the drill, the self-improvement books, the wellness routines, the podcasts, the productivity hacks, the endless idea that if we just optimized ourselves a little bit more, life will somehow feel better. And don't get me wrong, I love personal growth, but somewhere along the way, I started noticing something interesting. Sometimes in the pursuit of becoming the best version of ourselves, we start quietly rejecting parts of who we actually are. The messy bits, the emotional bits, the imperfect bits. And suddenly we're not really improving ourselves anymore. We're editing ourselves. Which brings me to today's guest. Elkie Hughes is someone who has completely changed the way I think of this idea of self-improvement. Elkie and I actually go way back to our advertising days where we worked together across a couple of agencies, including M&C Saatchi and With Collective, where she worked in studio and production before taking a very different career path. These days, she's the founder of Be Your Happy, where she works with women as a Psychic K facilitator, Reiki practitioner, and integrative wellness coach. Now, I'm going to be honest, the first time Elkie explained what she does now, I needed her to explain it twice. And then the only way I really understood it was by experiencing it. She did a session with me, and afterwards I felt lighter, clearer, and almost like my brain had quietly recollaborated itself. It was one of those experiences where you realize you've been carrying things, stress, beliefs, emotional weight that you didn't even know was there. What Elkie helps women do is shift the subconscious beliefs that shape how we see ourselves, often without realizing it's even there. Because here's the thing, sometimes the biggest things holding us back from happiness isn't our circumstances, it's the story we're telling ourselves underneath it all. And today we're going to talk about why the idea of becoming the best version of yourself might actually be missing the point entirely. Because maybe the goal isn't becoming someone better. Maybe the goal is finally accepting all the parts of who we really are. And honestly, fuck, I'm nearly 50, and isn't it amazing? Most of us have heard the phrase, be the best version of yourself. It sounds inspiring. But today's guest believes that the idea can sometimes create more pressure than freedom. Because when we're constantly striving to become a better version of ourselves, we can start hiding the parts of ourselves we don't like. The parts we feel ashamed of, the parts we think make us unworthy, the parts we believe we need to fix. But real happiness and self-acceptance don't come from perfection. They come from integrating all of who we are. The good parts, the messy parts, and the parts we've spent years trying to ignore. Today, we're talking about why so many women struggle with self-acceptance, how subconscious beliefs quietly shape the way we see ourselves, why trauma isn't what we think it is, and how we can start letting go of the pressure to constantly improve everything. Elkie Hughes, welcome to Fuck, I'm Nearly 50.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah.
And fuck, I am nearly 50
Yeah.
in a couple of months.
Yeah, just a little bit ahead of me.
Yeah, just a tiny bit.
If someone met you at a dinner party and asked what you do, how do you explain your work?
I work with people to identify and shift their subconscious limiting beliefs and trauma. What does that mean?
Yeah. Well, can you explain? What does that mean? Great, amazing.
Okay, so we have a whole bunch of subconscious limiting beliefs that we don't even realise that we have.
Yeah.
For want of a better word, we're programmed.
Yeah.
And we live our life in that program.
Yes.
So that's our subconscious. And we do have, obviously we have our conscious mind, and we think we're living from that more than our subconscious, but we are actually living, it's about 90 to 95% is subconscious.
Yeah, wow.
So with that, we have beliefs, not all are limiting, but some are limiting. Actually, it's probably more
Limiting than not.
limiting
Yeah,
than
yeah.
not.
Yep.
And it affects us in life. So it can affect us in relationships, career, health, financial, just and all through our life.
Yeah.
So it's about identifying those, and that's a whole process.
Yes.
Identifying those and then shifting them with a modality, which we can talk about now,
Yeah, go. Go.
which is called Psych K.
Yeah.
So Psych K is an energy psychology that is, I'm going to say 50% spiritual and 50% based on science. And we are working with the brain, and how we identify those limiting beliefs is through muscle testing.
Oh.
Have you ever?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have, 'cause you've
I
had a
have
session
done
with
it.
me.
Yeah.
So through muscle testing, and why we use muscle testing is because it's a way of talking or communicating with the subconscious.
Yeah.
Because if I ask you,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
You don't think
consciously, you're like, yeah, no, everything's fine, everything's great, and then I muscle test, and it's like, oh no, you're not.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to see that process, and then to shift them. It is quite an easy process. The hardest thing is identifying what's going on.
Yep.
And I do that through a conversation.
Yes.
So it feels like therapy.
Yeah.
Like it feels like, you're at the psychiatrist and you're having this big conversation, but I'm listening for what you're not saying.
Yeah.
And then, because that's where you hear those subconscious beliefs that you're not even aware of.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's what I do.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So that's yeah.
That sums it up. I think it's really interesting because the subconscious beliefs, like I've been doing, Vashti, who was on the podcast last, have been doing a lot of work with what my beliefs or my patterns and behaviours actually are and where they were formed from.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting how you don't think that things actually impact you.
You don't.
But they do.
Yeah.
And they have a long-term impact on you.
Yeah.
And, even just a shift in that, or just consciously knowing where something has come from and why you are acting in a particular way is great to do.
And it brings you freedom.
It does bring you freedom.
Which we don't realise, and we're literally going through life programmed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it does, it starts, and it's not something. It's that cycle of life, right? Because we're all programmed.
Yeah.
So it's not like, and it is from conception to about 7 or 8.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's, and you're picking up everything. It's that whole saying of you're a sponge. And so you're in your parents, you're with your parents, you're at school, you're watching TV. It's society, it's our parents, and
Cultural, religious,
our parents. So
all of them.
your parents,
Yep.
all of those things, religion, everything. So we pick up a program, and we're like, okay, well, this is how I'm living life.
This is it.
But sometimes they're limiting.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, they are. So many of us are chasing the idea of becoming the best version of ourselves, but you believe the idea can actually be quite damaging. Why?
I do, because when we think about the best version of ourselves, we, according to society,
Yes.
we go, okay, well, that's, the magazine just said that this, I have to have, I don't know, I have to be 6'2" or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I have to have
Abs.
this,
Yeah.
I have to have, it's that checklist. So you go, well, I don't have all that, so I'm going to go and try and find that, and then I'm going to put that forward.
Yeah.
And we forget about all the other things. Being the best version doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah.
It's the whole, I believe it's the whole.
Yeah.
And so when we're talking about subconscious beliefs, right, so imagine I'm striving for the best version of myself, but I've got all these limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
So And it's not that we can't be the best, it's not that we can't be the best version, but, until we get to the core of why I operate like that or why do I have that belief and shift it, then there comes the freedom, then there comes the joy, then comes the happiness. It doesn't take away from the sadness, the grief and all that stuff. Like, we have all of that, and that's what makes us whole. But who says that the joy and the love and all that is the best version? Why can't anger, fear, why can't they be part of that as well?
You don't have to have this perfect persona of what's expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are. But, I mean, there's light and shade in everything.
Everything.
And if you don't have the shade, you forget to appreciate how good the light is.
Yeah, and it's balanced, so you can't really have, the good
all
without
light.
the bad, the light without the dark.
No, it is all, it is all there.
Yeah.
When do you think, where do you think the pressure comes from?
Oh, I mean, society.
Yeah.
Someone made up something and so it's society. And then, yes, our parents, but our parents get it from society from, so, I'm just, society.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
And do you think it's even worse now for us with social, with everyone always being on, with the fear of missing out being such a big thing?
Absolutely.
I'm so happy to miss out.
I love missing out. What's that?
The joy of missing out. The JOMO. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to do that.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. When did you start realising that self-acceptance might actually be more powerful than constant self-improvement?
When did I realise?
What do you think self-acceptance actually is?
Okay, so for me, it's accepting every part of you.
Okay.
And that might sound simple and easy and basic or
but
obvious,
it's
but
a great example.
It's being able to accept all of the good and all of the bad.
Yeah.
Because, right now I'm passionate. I'm like, I'm so excited to be here and everything. But, I'm going to go and have a moment at some point where I am angry or I, have a meltdown because something but I'm not going to come on here with all of that.
Yeah.
That's not going to serve me in any way. But I know that that's part of me.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to shy away from it. I'm not going to avoid it. I'm not going to ignore it. I'm going to go, okay, well, this is where I'm at. So, okay, let's sit in that and, and you do whatever. For me, I'm like, get on the sofa, get my blankie, get my cup of tea. And I'm like, I'm just going to wallow in this for I don't know, half a day.
Yeah.
If that, or, maybe I give myself a day, maybe I give myself an hour. But it's being able to, we look in the mirror and we are, I don't like this, I don't like that, There's plenty about me physically that I don't love right now, especially with freaking perimenopause.
Yeah.
But it's accepting that this is where I'm at.
Yeah.
Because once you can accept those parts of you, there's no resistance. And when you're pushing shit uphill.
Yeah, you can swear. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
when you are pushing shit uphill, how does that go?
Yeah, it never goes well.
At all. So it's that, what's that saying? You're going with the flow.
Yeah.
So I feel like acceptance is going with the flow. Now, self-acceptance is not easy.
No, it's not an easy thing at all.
It's quite, it is hard. But so with the work that I do, what I have realised is if you can identify the parts of yourself that you don't like and where they come from.
Yes.
Then you can forgive yourself because you think it's you. And, I was born like this and I don't belong and I'm not good enough and blah, blah. You think that that's in your DNA, right? It's not. And so when we realised that when I was 5 years old in the playground and Billy didn't want to play with me, I said, oh, well, I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
I'm not intelligent. I'm not developed enough, at that point to go, oh, well, Billy's got something going on, like maybe got into trouble from his parents because he didn't make his bed. I don't know. So then he's projecting onto me. We don't think about that when we're 5. We just go, oh, my God, there's something wrong with me.
Yeah.
Right? And then we take that and put that on the backpack and then we go walk through life. So I've gone off on tangent.
No. I think that it is. Well, it's all part of the self-acceptance, and I think the thing with self-acceptance is knowing what is in your backpack.
Yes,
and
understanding it so we can shift it. Yeah. Because you don't have to carry that thing.
No,
and that's the thing. Like, and I guess with the work that I do, it is that simple. Yeah. Once we identify the blockages.
Yeah.
But I think with self-acceptance, you do have to do the work to understand where it's from. Once you get that, walk in the park.
It's so funny. Like everyone always, and I always say this to everyone always talks about doing the work. And I freaking struggle so hard with doing the work because I'm like, what do I need to reflect on today? Like what
But how much of the work are you taking on, right? Because... Like, do you have a checklist of, okay, I've got 10 things that I have to do today, like, to work on you? Yeah.
No, I've got a checklist of like thousands of the other things I need to do, but I never look at it and go, ooh, these are the things I need to do for me.
Okay.
Why? Should I be having a checklist of the work for me?
No.
Okay, good.
Absolutely not.
God, because that's making the work sound even more like work.
And that's why I'm like, I hope, Because I don't think it's that. I think it's more if you're consciously aware of, I'm triggered here, or why did I react in that way, and go, I didn't, where does that come from? Because that's not authentically me.
Yeah.
That is, so I think it's awareness. Yeah. I don't think it's, I have to sit and meditate half an hour and that's all great. Like if you have all that time to do that, bloody fantastic. But we don't every day.
No, I know.
So I think bringing awareness to your everyday interactions, see where you get triggered, go, that doesn't sit right. Okay, maybe that's something I need to work on. Yeah. And you look at it when it's time or when you do have a minute or you don't, go, fuck, I did this and, oh, my God, I reacted this way and, oh, my God, now that person doesn't like me. And you just spiral.
Yeah. It's interesting.
It's awareness.
Yeah, it is. Well, and one of the things that I was working with Vashti on was observing. So for me, the big thing is to pause, like the power of the pause and the permission to pause, but also observe. Yeah. So observe how you were in that moment and, why you reacted that way. Yeah. And is there a way you can actually stop before reacting? Yeah.
And that's the work. Yeah. To me, that is the work.
So hard. Anyway.
But I think people think the work is, it's like I have to get up and then I have to get up before my kids because I have to,
true.
I have to sit and meditate for half an hour and then I have to do this and then I have to
I've got to stretch and then I've got to, and then I've got to have, make sure I have it.
I don't think that's
the work. Yeah, the work is in here.
And in here.
And in here. Yeah, sorry. And even with the work, I always use my brain more than my heart.
Your conscious versus your subconscious.
Yeah. And that's it. Like I always try and think my way out of shit rather than actually feel it out of shit.
Stop and take a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, right side is literally just been all in surgery this year. I wonder why. Why do so many people feel the need to hide parts of themselves?
They just don't like them. And they don't like them because, again, it's I believe society saying this is perfect and this is how you have to look, or this is perfect and this is how you have to be. Yeah. So, for us as women in the workplace, you have to be a certain way and you can't have a cramp.
Yeah.
You can't have a moment. You have to be, everything's perfect. And it's like, well, that's not the truth. Yeah. And then, you have to, have a flat stomach and not have hips and, have a bust X, Y, you know, whatever size that is, and your hair has to be like this, and you can't have freckles, and, you know, like you have to be a certain height. That's not reality.
Yeah, I know. It's not. It is not reality.
So I think society, again, has a lot to answer for. But the problem is we buy into that.
Yeah.
So,
and I think one of the hardest things is that we're all so worried about what everyone else thinks.
Absolutely.
Like everyone thinks that someone's thinking about them, but they're not. They're all thinking about themselves. And it's like, why do we actually care so much?
Yeah.
Like, let's just stop giving a shit.
Yeah.
So
big realisation.
Yeah, big realisation.
In the last
but
couple of years.
But it's hard to get off that hamster
it
wheel and just go, don't care.
Yeah.
Where does that deep feeling of not feeling good enough actually come from? Do you think it is like from a lot of childhood where we get in a situation where someone doesn't want to play with us, or someone says something about us, or, you know, is it that?
It can be that simple.
Yeah.
Or it can be, you know, I mean, we can go as far as abuse.
Yeah, right.
Right? Like, so, you know, that's the extreme, but it can be as simple as, you know, Susie didn't want to play with me today. She's playing with her other friends. Okay, at that age,
you can't.
How do you justify that? You can't.
You can't.
You can't.
It was funny. I was listening to, on the way over here, I was listening to Zach Seidler talk about teenage boys and even with the whole manosphere, but how people, how they are being perceived with the looks maxing. And it's so important to have those conversations, like just to keep the conversations opened with, and I think that's even true with younger kids as well, and finding out why or what happened during the day, the feelings that you felt, so that we can try and help them understand it.
Absolutely.
Because even now, I still don't know whether I know how to describe how I'm feeling in a moment.
Yeah, okay.
Like I'll either be like really angry and swear, or I'll be really upset and cry.
Yeah.
But there's it's hard for me to understand the range in between.
Yeah. I think.
Is that the work?
Yeah,
Have I done the work? Yeah.
No, but I think it's probably the same for me because, and I think, you know, it's like trying to describe how you feel. It's like, okay, well, let's just feel it.
Yeah.
Just feel it.
Because I think you think the feeling rather than actually feeling
it.
The feeling.
Yeah. And I think, you know, it's because we're disconnected from ourselves. We're not connected. We're all out there. I have to do this, have to do that, have to do that, have to get here by then, have to she said this, he said that.
Noise.
And it's like, okay.
Come back here.
Come back to centre, come back, connect into the heart and go, okay, how do I feel about this? And feel into it. And it's hard to do, right? Because it's like we're going time and we're running late. But
that didn't take long to do.
No, it doesn't. It takes a minute. Like you could do it in a minute. I grounded before I came, sprayed all my stuff around me. I called in everyone. I called and the ancestors and the spirit guides. It took me a minute.
Yeah. And how did you feel when you walked in then?
Bloody amazing.
Yeah, well.
Bloody amazing, Dale. No, like I do. I feel grounded. I feel supported. I just felt this whole energy holding me up from behind here. And I went, I'm good. I'm ready. Right, let's get the show on the road.
Good.
But it takes a minute.
It does take a minute. It's not long.
It doesn't need to take longer than that.
How much of that is conscious and how much of it is subconscious programming in us just making sure that we can come back and actually be in it?
That's conscious. Conscious. We have to make a conscious effort to, okay, just take a minute because the subconscious is a reaction. So we're just reacting. And it's like, okay, so the subconscious, right? The subconscious is great. It helps us do all these things like
breathe.
Breathe. Now, we're not thinking that we have to breathe. We're just breathing. So you imagine a reaction is like that. There is no conscious thought in that. It's that I'm triggered, I'm reacting. You know, it's your dog runs out to throw, you're reacting. Like there is no, I'm just going to take a minute. Am I going to step out?
Yeah.
You know.
You just do it.
You just do it. So I think coming back to centre, it is a conscious effort to do.
Okay. So, yeah, see, and then I go back into thinking, how do I do that? Do I set an alarm on my phone 3 times a day just to go?
Just once a day. When you go to bed, give me your nightly routine.
Really? No. Okay. I put Hallie to bed.
Yeah.
We do a meditation in her room, and then I go into Leighton. Joz and I will swap. He'll go into Hallie, I'll go into Leighton, we'll say goodnight, whatever. Come upstairs, finish off anything that needed to be done, or do washing or do housework, whatever it is. I'll have a magnesium hot chocolate, and then go and put like 1,000 creams on my face, and then clean my teeth, go to bed.
Okay.
Done.
And so when you get into bed, are you like, I'm out?
Most of the time I'm out. Oh, and then we do have to watch Seinfeld every night, which as soon as I hear it, I'm asleep.
You're gone.
I'm done.
Okay. So with Hallie, you're meditating.
Yeah. So we'll watch something. So we're watching Harry Potter series at the moment. We'll watch 20 minutes of Harry Potter, then we'll put on meditation, and then I'll swap and Leighton will have the meditation.
So that's your moment, your meditation.
Yeah, right.
You're already doing it.
Yeah, okay.
So conscious, okay, but you're doing it for her.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're going to do it for you as well, because she's doing it for her. Hallie's doing it for her. You're now going to go, okay, so this is also my time.
To think.
No, not think.
Oh, well, okay, to feel. Okay, not to think.
No thinking.
I hate this not thinking thing.
To be and feel. And you're going to think.
Yeah.
But so when you do, that's a thought. Okay, just put that thought away.
Yeah, okay.
Don't be fooled that everyone meditating has an empty mind while they're meditating, because they don't.
I try. I do try and meditate, and then I'm just like, okay, there's 20,000 things I need. Yep, great.
And just go,
better
okay.
forget about it.
All right, and so, okay, I'm going to think about that in a minute.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
just going to literally visualise taking that, put that to the side. Like I'm here now. Maybe concentrate on your breath. Just, okay, in, out.
Yeah.
Because while you're doing that, you can't think about the other stuff.
Yeah, true.
So that's your time. That's it.
Yeah,
you don't need to add more time.
Thank God.
You focus on yourself.
Yep.
While
In that
Hallie's
time.
focusing. Yeah, you're done. There you go. You've been doing it. You didn't even know.
Yeah, but I was thinking in that time, not feeling.
Yeah.
For people who are hearing this concept, the subconscious and the conscious, for the first time, what do they need to take out of it?
Understanding that your conscious mind is your... Okay, so... All right, no, let's do it this way. Your subconscious mind takes up 90 to 95%. So we're operating subconsciously at that level.
Yeah.
So 10%, 10% is a conscious thought. So while you think you're in control, you're actually not. And we all have them. We can't escape it because, I mean, of course, like the whole bodily function and all that stuff, like that's how we survive.
Yeah.
So great, tick, good. But also when we're talking about programming and beliefs, they're set in from conception. So you're in here until about 7, 8. And that's just the way it is. Like, because at 5, 4, 6, you're not like, oh, that's a subconscious. No, I'm not going to take that on. We don't have the capacity to do that at that age.
We just take it
So
on.
it's not until we're, beyond that, our frontal lobes developed. We're all like, oh, okay, right, okay.
Now I can make sense of
I
it.
can go, right, why, X. Okay, let's do this, let's do that. Yeah.
Okay, great. So these beliefs, how are they shaped, or how can we shift them? So even when you were talking about that, like I'm like, oh God, poor Leighton and Hallie, they're already stuffed by 8.
Yeah, but look, I mean, we're talking about limiting here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We're not, like we've all got encouraging, great, positive, beliefs that we think are, we think they're conscious though, but we have as many, limiting, well, maybe we don't, but we also have encouraging, positive beliefs.
Okay, great.
Okay,
So there's
not limiting. We're talking
right.
about limiting.
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
right?
okay, fine.
So, what was the question again?
So I haven't stuffed them up yet.
No. Look, have you stuffed them up? Look, I mean, but that's why we're talking about the cycle of life, right? Because where does it start?
Yeah.
And you haven't sort of.
I do think even with that, like there's asking the kids the questions, like just questions that you wouldn't normally ask them. It's been something really interesting. So we got this pack of cards which had questions on them.
Oh yeah, I've heard about this.
Yeah, which are great because at dinner we'll all ask 2 questions each, and it's stuff that I wouldn't normally have asked the kids, or they wouldn't have normally asked me. Yeah, and it just gives me a little insight into what they think and how they feel.
Yeah, which is
more
great.
What they think, but like it is something nice to do.
Yeah, it's awesome. We had something similar actually. My stepdaughter lives with us at the moment. And, like we come from work, and it's like, how are you? How was your day? Yeah, good.
Yeah.
How was your day? You're going to say good, bad. You're not going to really, especially me, like, I'm not going into all the feelings.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it was good. It was shit. Like I'm going to give you a straight good, shit, great, bad. And so we had this conversation around how, look, maybe we need to, and it was on Steve Bartlett's. I think it was Steve Bartlett. And so the new question is, what was the highlight of your day?
Oh, yeah. We also do high-low buffalo.
It's that. And it's like, oh, well, actually, like that's a whole other, question that you can elaborate on and you feel like you want to answer.
Yeah.
And you can still say, because also what was the low light of your day?
Yeah.
Well, fucking this and fucking that. So you still get that out. But, you're still, and again, like you're talking, and it's okay to have those feelings.
Yeah.
We have to have those feelings.
Yeah, I agree. I do. I really agree.
And more to that with have you stuffed the kids up? The thing that I don't think we really think about is okay, I'm going to get a little bit spiritual.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go. We've all come to earth, this is my belief, to experience all of the feelings.
Yeah.
To experience all that life has to offer. Joy, love, grief, anger, sadness, frustration, rage.
Yeah.
Like we're here to experience all of that. So, where's the perfect in that?
Yeah, there's no perfect in that. Well, it's whole.
That we're doing it with the whole is the perfect. Yeah.
The whole is the perfect.
That's it.
Okay, good. When people hear the word trauma, they often think of something very dramatic. But trauma can actually be much more subtle than that. How do you define trauma in the work that you do?
Trauma can be anything from I was bitten by a dog and now I'm scared of them.
Yeah, right.
Right, to Billy doesn't want to play with me.
Yeah.
To sexual abuse.
Yeah.
To, losing your loved one.
Yeah.
So I think it's very vast. I think when we're talking about PTSD, I think that is different. But trauma, yeah, it can be the smallest thing.
Yeah, it can be. Or it can be a lifetime of something.
And it can be a lifetime, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and to shift that as well is simple. To get to it, it might not be, but to shift it is the same process and it is quite simple to do.
Yeah. You work with modalities like Psych-K and energy work to help shift subconscious beliefs. You spoke about it a little bit before, but how does it work?
Okay, so it is spiritual and it is scientifically based. So it's epigenetics.
Yep.
And that's the whole belief, right?
Yes.
So we've established the whole where to subconscious limiting beliefs. How do we shift them? So we're working with the left and right brain to bring that back into a whole brain state in relation to the trauma or the belief.
Right.
Or the limiting belief.
Yes.
So we establish that through muscle testing.
Yes.
And then we sit in a position that we've muscle tested where you cross your hands
Yep.
and connect your fingers and you cross your ankles. Now, it could be left over right, right over left.
Yep.
And then you'll sit there and you'll feel into the trauma, or you will repeat the limiting belief that we've established.
Okay. Yep.
And then you'll sit in it, close your eyes, sit in it. Could take seconds, could take a minute, could take 7 minutes is probably the longest for someone that I've worked with. And it literally leaves your body. So, and you know through either you'll feel something shift physically, mentally or emotionally.
Yep.
And it could be a cough. It could be my eyes are open, it's done. You could get tingles. Like, it's different for everyone.
Yeah.
But what I want to say about that is so with trauma specifically, we hold that in our body.
Yeah.
So we retain that in our muscle memory. So when you have a trauma, it's there. It's not, oh, that happened and now it's over. Yeah, it's over. Like, you know, what happened is over, but you've held the trauma in your physical. Yeah. So you're going through life with that trauma. So, and when we look at something, and I don't want to say it's, you know, getting bitten by a dog is small.
Yeah.
Because it's not. But when we talk about that versus someone who's gone to war.
Yeah.
It's the same reaction, the same response. So you see a dog and you've gone straight back into that trauma.
Yep.
You hear a
car backfire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go straight back into that trauma. So your body reacts. And that's why because consciously,
yeah, you know,
like, oh, that dog's fine. Like, I'm like, holy fuck, that dog's fine. Holy fucking shit. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, that whole brain position, it's got a whole brain position, shifts that out of your physical. I know it sounds cuckoo and woo-woo. I know it does, but it is incredible.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah.
If you're willing and because I need to also test, is it safe?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, is it ready? And you know, we go through that.
Yeah. Also, I know it sounds weird, but even are you ready? Are you ready to let go of it as well?
And some people are like, no. And I had a client who was sexually abused and he was actually going to court. And he came to see me and we did everything. And I'm like, I'm getting no. And I'm like, are you sure you're ready, like, to let this go? And he's like, no, I don't want to. I need to hold on to it for court because I need
the anger.
Yeah. And so, you have to be ready. If you're not ready, it's not going anywhere. And that's part of the testing if it's safe. If you're not ready, you know, it's not happening. So, you do have to be ready.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we've done that one. What do you see changes in confidence, relationships, health or happiness after you have released it?
What do I see? So instantly people leave a session with me feeling light.
Yes.
They feel like a weight's lifted. They might be beaming from ear to ear. They might just feel more grounded. It's always positive. Apart from that,
that
not
one.
ready, like keep going through. And then from there, I can't determine or predict what's actually going to happen.
Yep.
That's between you and God.
Yeah.
Or your God, whatever.
Yeah.
But I've had people who haven't spoken for years because they've been arguing and they've now reconnected.
Yeah. Right.
So I've had people who, you know, can't get that promotion, can't, you know, want to find their soulmate or their true love, can't find that. You know, they've had, you know, and so the limiting belief could be they're too scared to go out there because they're not good enough, right?
Yeah.
You know, it could be that they're out there now. You know, the journey is is yours. I don't know what your journey is.
Yeah, yeah.
But you go through life feeling more connected. Things definitely occur, and more in line with who you are.
Yeah. It's interesting. So, I mean, when you talk about journey, something that I have only realised in the last few years is, you know, my mum has battled anorexia all of her life, and she's now 71 this year. She still has anorexia. And I tried all of my life to try and help her and try and fix her. And, you know, it was me who admitted at a hospital 3 years ago. And I finally realised and let go that it's actually not my journey, it's hers. And it's hard. Like, it's really tough.
It's
but
really hard.
I had to give myself that space because I couldn't hold it anymore. And I didn't want to hold it anymore.
Yeah.
Because it does just, I mean, it's a massive self-limiting belief, that one.
It's huge.
Yeah.
But it's also huge that you've been able to do that.
Well, yeah, it is. Like, it's
massive.
hard. It's hard.
It is.
And you do
It's
question
really
yourself
hard.
a lot, but, you know, it's her journey, it's not mine.
Yeah. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. That's I had to go through that with Mum. It's a tough one. Yeah.
Does it get easier to accept ourselves as we get older?
Look, I think it does. If you do the work, it does.
Yeah, if you do the work.
If you do the work, it does, right?
Work.
Sure.
Yep.
You can shift those beliefs, great. But I think there's levels, because right now I'm in the stage of menopause, perimenopause.
Yeah.
Like, there is shit that I have to accept that I didn't think I'd have to accept.
Yeah.
Like, so there's different levels of that as you go through life. Like, you're like, yeah, I'm great, everything's great, I'm accepting of all parts of myself, and then, holy fuck,
Something else happens.
happens. So I think we're constantly, again, it's the constantly evolving, working on yourself. And when I say working on yourself, it is the awareness.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, once you've seen the other side, you can't go back. You're in that state of, you know, I'm going to work on this, or I'm going to take accountability for myself, and I'm going to do it this way. I think it gets easier because of experience. But it is. It's everyone's journey is different.
Yeah, it is. And it is hard. Like,
it is.
You're right. Like, the self-acceptance thing. Like, before I had knee surgery, shoulder surgery, eye surgery this year, I was really happy with how I was training, how fit I was, like all of that. And then I've had to go through recovery and rehab, and I'm like, oh, this is the most boring thing. I'm not challenged.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with how I feel because I'm not pushing myself. But I have to accept that that's where I am right now.
Yeah. And so what's the flip side of that?
Oh, yeah, I beat myself up.
Yeah.
Or I
Yeah. And then going one step further, okay, I'm accepting where I'm at.
Yeah.
Okay, what can I do now?
Yeah.
So, because there again, it's the resistance.
Yes.
What you resist persists. So once you accept it, it's like, oh, well, hang on, no, I can do this.
Yeah.
Even though I can't go to the gym, do all the things that you want to do. Oh, that's an opportunity for something else.
Yes.
And that's the awareness.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm using
Great.
awareness a lot today.
Yeah, I know, awareness. See, your awareness is my observe.
Yeah.
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 Have you noticed shift in your own self-acceptance over time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to hate myself.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I didn't, yeah. Yeah.
So what changed then?
What changed for me? Well, I left advertising.
Yeah, well, it's different now.
Yeah, it is different now. What changed for me? I got a calling that wouldn't go away until I answered it. It was to go to Israel.
Yep.
And that was never on my radar.
Yeah.
But at one day, it's just like, and I kept getting these signs. And I'm like, well, I've got to go. And I took off, and for me, it was, I found my soul.
Yeah, right.
So and that was huge. It's like I went home to work out who I was.
Yeah.
The other thing was like two big things. Like I lost mum at 34. When stuff like that happens, like your whole foundation goes, like you don't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah.
So you reevaluate stuff. So
But also,
big
I think
things
that
happened.
loss like that, it makes you reevaluate life and how precious it actually is.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's then, I did a few things, but then the Israel trip came. Once I started to kind of work through the grief, I then got that calling. So they weren't connected, like losing mum and that trip. But I certainly stopped giving a fuck about what everyone thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that trip gave me the grounding to go, this is me.
Yeah.
And I'm accepting all of it because maybe I've got something else to give. And again, like when I even say that, when that comes out, I kind of go, well, it's that expectation of what does society want me to give?
Yeah.
Versus, this is what I have to offer.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Wow. Okay. If you could go back and tell your younger self one thing about self-worth, what would it be?
Oh, gosh. Self-worth comes from other people's judgments, not your own.
Wow. Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. Or other people's perceptions or other people's crap.
No, I reckon, it does. Other people's baggage, other people's everything.
Yeah, not
your own.
Not your own. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, now we're moving on to a rapid fire question round. Are you ready? What's one belief about happiness that's actually wrong?
I think everyone's happiness is different and is fueled by different things. It's not all the same.
No, definitely is not. What's one thing people misunderstand about subconscious beliefs?
They think they're in control.
One small daily habit that supports emotional well-being.
If you can find 1 minute, if you can find more, great. If you can find 1 minute to just centre and connect into your heart, that's going to set you up for the day.
Amazing. One thing women underestimate about their own inner strength.
We don't realise how strong we are. We underestimate the power and the strength that we actually have. Yeah.
Yep, I agree with that. Your mood in one word right now. With me singing it like that.
Oh, gosh, happy? Joyful? Passion? Yeah, joyful. Joy, happy, content. Okay, that's more than one word.
Yeah, you can have a string, a bag of truth bomb. What's one thing about happiness and self-acceptance that more people need to hear?
Oh gosh, okay. Can you give that to me again?
What's one truth about happiness and self-acceptance that more people need to hear?
Okay, your happiness is your own. Don't measure it by anyone else's expectations.
Love that.
Too.
Yeah.
This isn't me talking, by the way.
Yeah.
And
self-acceptance.
Self-acceptance. It's okay. Self-acceptance. Give it to me again.
Okay. What's one truth about happiness? What's one truth about self-acceptance that more people need to hear? In order to accept yourself, you need to go within. Yeah.
It's about going within and connecting here, not listening to all the noise out there. Because we have everything we need here.
Yeah.
We have it. It's there. So if we can just find that silence or that moment, just listen to ourselves. And again, it's not easy, but
Yeah.
then you'll hear it. Mm-hmm. And again, I know that's not easy.
Yeah.
But we have it within. So if we're listening to ourselves, our truth is here.
Yeah.
It's not out there.
Nah, not out there. It is all within you.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. If I could do one thing before I turn 50 that would make me feel more connected to myself, or to accept myself, or accept the whole version of myself, what would it be?
It's going within. If you can find time, and it could be a minute, it could be longer. Look, for people, like, I've been doing this for a while, so I can just go, okay, connect in, 1 minute, great, go, done. But I know that's hard, and it wasn't always that quick for me.
Yes.
Is that long enough? Hang on, am I getting it? I've learnt now to go, okay, in, done.
Yeah.
If you can find...
How long did that take you to do? Like years, months, weeks?
Years.
Yeah.
But again, it was like, okay, it comes to the self. It's all in one, right? Like it's the self-acceptance.
Yeah.
To go, you're fine. Everything is fine. You are whole, complete, and perfect, just as you are, and you're perfectly imperfect, just as you are, right? Like it's all. It doesn't have to look a certain way.
Yeah.
Connect in. It did take me a while, and then now I can do it really quickly. If you, though, can carve out half an hour even in a week.
Yes.
To just connect. And if it means for you, you do need, the meditation, you do need a guided meditation, or you can just go down and put your feet in the water and just go, okay, I'm present. My feet are in the water, I'm present, stare out there onto the horizon or whatever, or into the water.
Look for the sharks. No,
no, don't. Trigger, trauma. If you can just do that, like, and focus, because meditation is focusing on one thing.
Yeah.
So you can literally sit here and I can take you into, and you're focusing on that leaf. Like, it's not the and it is that, but it's also not that.
Yeah.
So it's about, if you can sit, light a candle, look at that candle and focus on that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, you'll find the muscle gets stronger. It's the same as going to the gym and doing your bicep curls.
Yeah.
The muscle gets stronger. It's the same concept. So it's just carving out that time, and your intention, have an intention of,
the intention.
I'm going to connect. I'm connecting within. And if you can do that, and again, guys, it's like 1 minute.
Yeah.
Don't think it has to be, I have to sit there for an hour and meditate.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's not.
Great.
If you like walking, like, you can walk and meditate.
Yeah.
Because again, it's the intention. Feel the rhythm. You're not only connecting here, but you're connecting in physically, because you're going with the rhythm. So you're walking and I get a lot of my ideas through walking.
Yeah, right.
So it's that. And again, it doesn't have to look a certain way. Find what works for you and just still your mind.
Okay.
Did I?
Yeah, perfect. Great. It's just basically add another thing to the list. No, joking. Okay, all right, yes. Elkie.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
It was lovely to have you here and lovely to see you again. Because the truth is, so many of us spend years trying to improve ourselves, trying to be better, stronger, more productive, more successful. But sometimes the real shift doesn't come from becoming someone new. It comes from finally accepting the parts of ourselves we've been trying to hide. Yeah. And letting go of the pressure to constantly optimize who we actually are. Because happiness isn't about becoming perfect, it's about becoming whole.
Keyword hole.
Elkie, thank you for helping women reconnect with themselves in such a powerful way. If you want to learn more about Elkie's work, we'll link everything in the show notes. And if this conversation resonated with you, please send it on to someone else, because sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is remind each other that we are already enough. Because fuck, we're nearly 50, and isn't it amazing? Yahoo!